If you're joining, I am just waiting on people to be notified that I am live. I'm not even notified yet. So if you're watching this fresh and you weren't part of the live, that's why I'm talking to you. All right, let's see here. Trying to get everything situated. So if you are here, please let me know in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. I see somebody's joined. Waiting for more to join. Is that Patty? It is so hard to see you guys. It's so hard. You got tiny little bubble this big. I think that's Patty. If you guys change your profile picture, I'm not going to recognize who you are. So if you're here, please put your name in the chat. Hi, Patty. There you are. I don't know how many people are notified. I actually got notified this time. I'm super happy. Hi, Talisa. Yes, Talisa, I could get you a card. Yay, that's good. That's good. Hi, Patty. I'm so glad you got notified. I'm only on here as long as, you know, I don't want to burn out on here. I don't think Shadow will be up here trying to get my attention. Calvin would like a card too. So Talisa, Calvin, how about you, Miss Patty? You do want a card too, right? Like, didn't you say that last time? Anytime you pop, you just want a card? I'm trying to remember. How is everybody? Oh, that delay is going to make me cry, isn't it? You know, I should have just went on TikTok, but I don't have any followers that are going to watch this on TikTok. Ooh, I lost someone already. Yes, Patty, I got you, because you came on here first. I'll do yours first. You're doing good, Talisa? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I don't know how I lost someone already. Like, I haven't even started yet, and they left. I had a reading today, but my month has been pretty empty. Pretty empty. And I think a lot of it, we're going through it over. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Patty. You know, this particular month has been a little bit of a stress as well with Shadow's condition. I think the universe made it so I didn't have any bookings, but I needed bookings. But again, I also have to be focused on Shadow, so I guess it worked out the way it was supposed to. All right. I'm going to get started here in a little bit. Waiting for some more people to join. So please share this out. If you haven't shared this out, share this out. I hate saying that, considering this will be deleted by Facebook in 30 days. Oh, I will. Thank you, Patty. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to get started. We do have 4 people on here. You know, I had this going on my Danny page, and I had so many people show up. And now I have it out on my professional page, and nobody shows up. Not nobody, because I do have my favorite fans here. You know, I love you guys all, because you guys are amazing. I just, ever since I switched it over, it's like, they lost me, and then they'll message me saying, well, where are you? I never see you online. I can only give you the link so many times, you know what I mean? So they miss out. You know, I'm going to start off with something really, really quick. Hi, Cherise. I'm going to start off with something really quick, and it may not pertain to anybody on here just yet, and maybe when somebody reviews this back, it might mean something. I am doing readings, Cherise. I'm doing psychic and tarot. Hi, Christina. Miss Christina, you still haven't contacted me, my dear. So I'm going to kind of open this up a little bit just in case somebody watches this later on, if this doesn't pertain to anybody here. Because this is tarot and this is psychic. This is not mediumship technically. Charisse, would like a card? Charisse. But I do have, and I'm just going to throw it out here, I do have a male, okay? He seems to be under 40. He feels like he actually passed away in a car accident. I know, Christina. I got 2 people left and you're one of them. Hi, Mindy. So there's a gentleman who would have passed away in a car accident. He's under 40. He feels like an average person, a good person. He had his ups and downs, of course, everybody does. But it seems like it was just a series of things that went wrong. He doesn't feel like I want to say he doesn't feel like he purposefully did anything. It just feels like poor decision making landed him in that car and to pass away. Can anybody take that on here? It just feels like a man. He's under 40. I would say dark hair, just only because that's how he's presenting to me. He's got a normal build. He did have a thing with drinking. He liked to drink a lot. Yes, you can, Mindy. I'm going to be doing psychic and mediumship. How do you spell that, Mindy? Oh, yeah, see? I got to remember this, Christina. I'm never going to remember this. I have trouble with Patty's people. They've been on here since day one. I try. I'm terrible. So nobody could take that, gentleman. It's like he's been trying to get my attention since about an hour ago when I was going to plan on getting on here. And it's like he didn't get to say goodbye because he passed in the car, like just passed away. So I'm going to table him for a moment. It might be for somebody else that watches this later, but I wanted to be able to say it so that I could kind of move on. If nobody can take it, then I'm going to leave it. Oh, hold on. Anybody have a Christopher in spirit? Chris? Just really quick. Christopher. I have a name Christopher that just popped. I don't know if that's the person I was just connecting with or if that's... Wow, this thing's slow. This thing's moving slow. Hi, Sean. Let's see. Hi, Sean. I'm doing a psychic / tarot reading today, and or one or the other. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Christina, my dog is, he is doing the best he can. He's on palliative care for now. So just turned 6 years old. So this is a challenge. It has a very rare cancer too on top of it all. Leave it to my dog. Okay, so if nobody could take that gentleman, I'm going to table him. If nobody could take a Christopher in spirit, would be Chris. Sometimes they call guys Chris or Chrissy even, surprisingly, and or Christopher. I'm going to table that. Can we send Shadow anything or help him in any way? Unless you can have a magic healing, cancer healing thing. No, he's all good. He's on a lot of medication, trying to keep him stable as long as possible. He's not on chemo. I opted out of it because there's only 50% chance that maybe he might accept it well enough to last another 2-3 months. So that wasn't worth putting him through that. So he's good. So just send him love. That's all I ask for. Send him love. He is still here, though. He's laying on the floor. He's not up here with me, as you can tell. So I will miss that. He's been joining my Facebook Lives. He's been joining my client readings. And who's Julie? Julie. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Mindy. So if you haven't noticed, I've been posting about Shadow more than myself. I'm trying to send updates. So signing on, even though I promised to sign on, it's been a little challenging because, I never know when he's going to be in a state that he's just knocked out. All right. Okay. I have a Julie connection. Somebody on here has a Julie connection also. Oh, I kind of want to just move this through. I don't know if this is an aunt. I believe it might be an aunt. Julie connection. She would have, I don't know. What is going on here? I am discombobulated with my dog, so I don't have a normal series of steps that I normally take. I have a woman. Her name is Julie. She's in spirit. She would have passed in end of May, beginning of June, somewhere in there. I'm going to write this down so I don't lose it, so I can just move on. Hi, Edwina. Edwina. This Julie lady. This Julie lady smokes. Interesting. I'm going to table her. Okay, now I can clear up. All right. Hi, Angel. All right, so let's get started. I know I'm mumbling over here. I have two spirits that are trying to come through. Okay, Patty, Talisa, Kelvin, Sharice, Mindy, Sean, Edwina, Angel. Is that correct? Do I have it correct? Did I skip anybody? Nope, I'm adding you now, Christina. I just added you to the list now. So Patty, Talisa, Kelvin, Sharice, Mindy, Sean, Edwina, Angel, and Christina. It's already getting hot in here. So if nobody can take those spirits, I've got them tabled. And I gotta turn the fan on because I'm gonna melt if I don't. All right. Okay, I am back. Yay! All right. So, Patty, you're going first. Patty, do you have a question that you want to ask me in chat? You're welcome, Angel. Patty, do you have a question you want to ask me in chat? Like through the chat? Yeah. Chris and Julie. Chris and Julie. Chris and Julie. Sounds like Julie. Miss Patty. Where are you, Patty? Somebody just tried to join me on here. I'm not sure who, but I have lots, but no. Okay, Patty. All right. So I did pull a card for you. I'm actually going to pull two. Oh, I don't know why I got the same one I had earlier. Okay. All right. So I can't have people popping in because I have people written down in order. And if you pop in, then I'm talking to you instead of the people that I have in order. So I do apologize that I'm not adding people into the chat. And then if I do add people in to the video, should I say, it'll make me have my face all the way up here, and then you guys will have the whole screen. So I have found it's not worth it. All right, so Miss Patty, I have here a card of you trying to build that foundation. It's as if you're still trying to build a foundation within your life. That's, you know, when you build a house and you have the the foundation of your house, it just feels like you're trying to still create your foundation. And with that strong foundation, of course, you can build a beautiful house. You can, oh, is it popping up? That's me, Patty. That's my tip jar. I didn't know it was going to pop up. It should be at the, I never know what I'm doing. That is actually me, Patty. So when I was on the Danny page, and when I first started this page back, everybody's like, why aren't you putting a tip jar? Why aren't you doing this? Now it's there. All right, so I'm not sure if I am interested the right place. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, you're so sweet, Sharice. Okay. So yeah, everybody's told me to do it. It's only taken me, what, 6-7 years to actually put it there? I was like, oh no. Let's see. All right, Patty, this is still for you. You're trying to build your foundation. It's like you keep starting over and keep starting over and keep starting over and keep starting over. Yes, I did. Thank you so much for checking that, Patty. I appreciate that because you know how they are out there. And we've run into those people before, you know. So you're restarting over and over and over again to build that foundation, to create your new path, your new life. It just seems like it's a rotating over and over situation. It doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. the one thing that they're calling for is strength. And I know you have strength. I've heard you have strength. I've heard people put in chat you've got strength. So the fact that you've got this card, but just keep in mind that leaning on other people is also a strength. It's not easy for some people to lean on others. So just keep that in mind when you're in need. You're also a human being in need. Like it's okay for you to have somebody to be a support system for you. You can't take it on all yourself. And focusing more on yourself is going to be more important. It's almost like your little energy is going in all different directions. So you want to keep rebuilding, but you're able to do this. You are absolutely, by September, you're going to notice another shift again. Another woosah is coming your way come September. Okay? You're going to be able to create that foundation, and it's going to stick for a while. Does that make sense to you? Because I know it doesn't make any sense to me, but I never I never try to make sense of it. You still with me, Patty? Keep trying over and over to build your foundation, to create your path, to create your new Patty. Starting your life over and over. Yes, no, maybe, kind of, sort of, possibly. All right, I put these cards back. Okay, Patty, hopefully you can take that. It's taking a long time. Taliza, you are next. Are you still with me, Taliza? I need it now more than ever. The past 2 weeks have been horrible. Yes, it does. Thank you, as always. Patty, there's also somebody newly departed in spirit this year, if I'm not mistaken. Are you connected to that? It's a new person who passed away, like literally really new. And I don't know why I still keep going back to a vehicle. Huh. Okay. I will table that. Taliza. Hi, Taliza. You're there. Okay. And then Calvin will be next. All right. So, Taliza, for you, this is, see, this card, so I try to read them close to the same as much as possible. You know what I mean? So that way you guys, your Uncle Mike just passed. Where's Christopher come into that? A few people, yes, but like recently, like I would say within the month of April or the end of March, I'm at, like really close. A few people, that's hard, Patty. Oy. Okay, so Taliza, this is for you. This is somebody who this is the Three of Pentacles. I'm so sorry. You're trying to put a lot of pride is going into your work. Mike, was the car accident? Or just recently? I only see, like, I've moved on. I keep talking. By the time I see this, I'm not sure what you're saying. Yes, Mike. Okay. So this particular card here, Taliza, is you're really working hard at your value. You're trying to work hard at everything that you put in, you take pride in. You recently as Mike. Oh, you're that's all right. Charisse, I don't know if you're connected to the other people in here. Who's related to who? Because sometimes a lot of them come in, and you're just building. You're in the process of building. You're doing everything humanly possible. So when you create something, you build something, you take great pride in that. It's almost like your word is very valuable. And when you create things, they become an extension of yourself. So you want to make sure it comes across with that it looks good. It's polished. It's special. It's beyond someone's expectations because you put your heart and soul into it. Does that make sense? This is somebody who takes great pride. And I understand it's Pentacles, yeah, and you're working for things, but, you know, not everything is about making money. It's the value of earthly possessions sometimes. And if you're creating things, creating your house, creating your anything that's on earth, This card's tied to it. But you take great pride in what you're working on. However, sometimes that great pride makes you feel that you're putting in more than you're receiving. Okay? Yes, that makes sense. Okay, perfect. I'm glad. And my hopes are that other people on here, those who have not said that they want a reading, which I think almost everybody has, you know, hopefully you can take some of everybody's reading. Take what you can receive and let the rest go. That's what these Facebook Lives are about. They're not like paid readings. You're quite welcome to Lisa. Oh, wait, hold on. I need someone to answer this. Hi, Scott. How are you? Welcome. Someone's missing a part of a finger. Who's missing a part of the finger? I have someone connected that's talking about missing part of their finger. Thank you, Mindy. I'm not kidding. Someone's showing me they're missing part of their finger. I don't. Because they keep doing this to me. But it's with this finger. Oh, this thing's so slow. I'm sorry. All right, I'm going to move down to Calvin. If somebody knows who that is with missing part of the finger, let me know. I just saw goo. All right, Calvin, you ready? I know you're over there. All right, Calvin, this one's for you. I got the Sun card for you. This is somebody who just, you know, works the best that they can throughout the year, doing things. It's almost like, you know, MacGyver. I keep seeing MacGyver in my head when I'm talking to you with this card. It's like you try to get things done. Johnny's dead. Oh, no. Thank you, Edwina. I know, jeez. I had no idea. I don't even know if I met him, to be fair. So that makes... He keeps showing me the finger. Like he's almost like he's flipping me off with the finger, but it's not... Just like... That's distracting. All right, sorry about that. Sorry about that, Calvin. So this is somebody who's kind of like MacGyver in a way, who is always trying to move, shift, change, and elevate or fix. I feel like you're just on the go mentally. You know what I'm saying? Coming up with this idea. Well, let's fix it with this. I mean, if you can get some toothpicks and duct tape and a fuel pump. You know? I don't know what happened here. But that's how they're kind of coming across with you, that you are trying to, you may feel defeated here and there, but it feels like you're just trying to put everything together all the time. Does that make sense? I know that sounds silly, but it's like you're trying to duct tape life together. MacGyver of all things. He works a lot and does a lot of different jobs throughout the year. He's a maintenance man. Yes, but it's like, oh, wait, okay. So the maintenance man jerry-rigs stuff, basically. If you have time, can you pull me a card? Life is getting me frustrated lately and cannot figure out why. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put Scott down as the last person. So if anybody else joins, we shall see if I can add them. Calvin, hopefully that card makes sense to you. But, you know, this is something, it's also part of who you are. Like, you can't stay idle anyway. And you're always trying to come up with something. It's like you're always trying to get into something. It's just, I don't understand why. You know how kids get all excited? It's like you keep getting into things, or I can fix that, or I can change that, or I can do that. And that's not going to change. It's year round that you are that person. So I'm going to leave you with that, but it's a good thing. That's your personality. That's who you are. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if you don't pace a lot. You know, it's just the card is. I love the card about you. I do have someone that passed recently, but I'll message you about that later. Thank you so much, Patty. All right. Okay, thank you, Talisa. All right. I'm so sorry, Patty. It's interesting because I have a child in spirit now that's trying to get my attention. Like, oh, very distracting. Very energetic child. Like, very filled with life, of all things. Filled with life. Like, fight, 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 fight. Fight, 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 fight. Oh, my goodness. I'm not used to bringing children up in here, so I'm going to table that. I have somebody who would have fought, but passed early on, guys. I'm going to try to send her back. I feel like I want to eat s'mores. Huh. I don't know. This is like a girl. She's on the other side. She wants to give me s'mores or something like squishy to eat for some reason. It's like she fought and fought and fought and fought, and she did everything, and everybody jumped to these hoops. It feels like we did everything right. We did everything right, and everybody's saying, "What did we do wrong? What did we do wrong?" And we didn't do anything wrong. She's trying to say nobody did anything wrong. This was the natural course of things. This was my path. So it will make sense, I promise. Oh, it's you, Patty. Okay. I'll table it. No, Christina, this is definitely a girl, and she's a very perky. She's like full of life. Like she feels freer than she's felt in a very, very long time. Okay. And it looks like Patty, it can take, she'll talk to me later. I don't want to talk anymore on here. All right. Okay, Calvin, hopefully that made sense with you. Okay, no problem. I'm going to table that, Patty. I'm taking it off the table. Just a very adamant, person coming through. So I just want to let you know that, not that I knew it was yours. It just wasn't sure about that. That was weird. But after you said something, all of a sudden she popped in. Okay. Charisse, you are next, my dear. And I am so sorry for your loss, Patty. I am. We will chat. Charisse. I gotta get through this list, people. I have to get to the list. I got to get to the list. Oh, Charisse. Hi, Lynn. Welcome. Hi, Charisse. You know, it does feel like in the next 3 months you're going to be faced with that particular situation. So within the 3 months, doesn't mean you're going to extend to 3 months, but it feels like it's a 3-month window. So whether you've just had that 3 months or the 3 months is coming up, but it just feels like that window of time is closing in. It does feel like that. You will make decent money. I wouldn't say good money from the exit. It may not meet your expectations, but it's not going to be bad. Does that make sense, Charisse? There's also some sort of, I don't know if this is a merge, or there's some sort of overlap for some reason. So I don't know if there's other people. I don't know if there's too many people. It's weird. It almost feels like a merge or a, I don't know what's happening here. But there's something out higher up that's going on. Sorry, Charisse, but you know what? At the same time, things can change. All I'm doing is reading the energy now. I'm not reading the energy like 5 years down the road. Yeah, I know. We all want more money. Yeah, like acquisition type thing. You know what I'm saying? Who was I talking to about that? I just lost my person. Oh, yeah. Okay, yes. Oh, my Lord have mercy. I was talking to you. Like an acquisition, a merge. Like it just seems like there's so many extra, there's overlap with people. No, that's helpful. You're quite welcome, Charisse. It just feels like there's too much for some reason. Hi, Heather. Heather Lino. I know that name. Hi, Heather. All right, let's see here. Welcome, my dear. All right, let's get me down the road. All right. By July, you should know something, Charisse. July, I just got hit with July really hard. Oh, wait a minute. May, June, July. Oh, that's 3 months. I'm so not paying attention. Mindy, are you ready, my dear? I'm still here, Megan. It should say live in the corner in red. When I'm not live, it'll always say was live. And so many, I gotta learn how to turn off comments after I'm not live anymore. Because so many people comment and they're waiting for a card and I'm like, it doesn't have the red live on there. So this is not old. All right, Mindy. Welcome, welcome, welcome everybody who I have not said welcome to. This is tarot and or psychic, sometimes both. Megan, I stopped at Scott. I will put you on the side just in case I can get to you. That's not what I meant. Megan, I'll put you on the waiting list here. And also, I have put in due to many requests and 7 years later, I finally put in a tip jar. I don't know what the name is yet other than tip jar. So if you guys feel inclined, feel like I did anything for you with a reading, with one of these mini readings, that would be very helpful. Makes it easier for me to come online, put time aside to be able to come online and do these readings for everybody. All right, Lynn, may I be added to you? You're going to go onto my waiting list too, Lynn. Where's she at? Lynn, or Heather. Heather Lino, did you want to, I think the trouble is my people. What people? What people? What peoples? The beautiful people. You want to be added to the list on my waiting list, Heather? Because you were here before Megan and Lynn. All right, Mindy, I got to do your card. I know you're here. I'm so sorry, my dear. I get carried away. He is on palliative care. We are trying to keep him as comfortable as possible. So thank you for asking, Megan. Thank you for sending the good vibes. That's all he needs is love and good vibes. That's it. Send him. I give permission to send all that love in the world. That's nice, please. Heather. I will put you on here. I think that's what you mean. Okay. Mindy. I never know, for some reason with Mindy, I never know what's going on when I do the reading. I feel like this is big, I feel like I'm in a big farmhouse and I just don't see anything. I don't know why that is. It's like it's dark outside. And it's not a bad, it's just, some people I just catch this unique energy field. It's kind of cool because it gives you a new, I actually turned that off, Patty, so you're more than welcome to send it. It's not going to interrupt us. I don't have my vibration on right now, so I remembered. Although, okay, Mindy. Now, some people have energy, and I pick up on the energy, and it's not a bad energy. It's just so different. Everybody's got something different. I've seen somebody like a slab of marble. What? All right. Thank you, Patty. Shadow definitely loves that. Me too. All right. This is for you, Mindy. Somebody who's feeling that they're a little bit trapped in life right now. They feel a little blindsided or blinded with their future decisions that they don't have all the information that they may need. And often, see the swords here? Often we put those swords in our own way to protect us, to withdraw from life. And, so I have to, double-edged sword, gotta say it, pun totally intended. But sometimes we put those, those barriers there to protect us because we're so exhausted from having to make decision after decision after decision after decision. But this card here is just, it's also the 8. So sometimes you'll go into these cycles. It just feels like, you're falling into that loop over and over and over. And then you come out of it and you're like, I'm fine. And then you go back in. It's almost like, when bears go hibernate, you go into it and then you come back out when it's time, you go back into it. It's like self-preservation in a sense. So this is something going on with you. You just feel, we often don't have all, and this applies to anybody on here, but we often don't have all the information we need and we feel like our hands are tied. We don't know what decision to make and it's almost like shooting a dart in the air. Which way does it go? Because I don't know. What's the best avenue? Have no clue. So that's where it feels like you're at in this life right now. Just really, really going through that cycle. between uncertainty and protecting yourself, and uncertainty and protecting yourself. And like I said, the Eight of Swords, you know, some of it could just be a lot of mental thought. A lot of it could be, you know, you're even questioning your religion, your spirituality, your path, like a lot of mental things going on. So, you know, it's just part of the fabric of this year for you, let's just say. Not a bad thing. There's a lot of growth that comes out of that. Don't forget that. A lot of growth. You start learning about yourself, feeling more comfortable in your own skin, understanding your boundaries. So I think it's a great card for people. When other people are like, oh no, I think it's a great card. You know, we have to grow, and there's ways that we do it best for ourselves. We're not cookie cutter, and we can't align with what works for somebody else. All right, I'm going to leave you with that, Mindy. And Sean, are you still with me, Sean? Oh, Sean. Sounds like me. See, that's what I'm saying, is it's probably going to apply to multiple people. That's why I do what I do on here. I'm shaking my head, yes. Okay. Psychically, I should have known that, right? All right. My dad just, okay, wait a minute. For Sean, my dad just died and we're not sure what happened now. You know, that's definitely not a normal psychic question. Is his father somebody? You're welcome, Mindy. So again, I'm trying to stay with psychic questions, okay? He's doing fine, because anybody who goes over, I'm going to tell everybody on here, they're doing fine. They're not sitting there wandering the earth or anything like that. They're fine. I have a gentleman, and this may or may not be him. It feels like someone's heart just stopped. Just stopped. And I don't know the scenario behind that, but all I see is lights out, heart stop. I don't know if that makes sense for you guys. And where's John or Johan? John? I'm not sure where I'm going with that. Okay. Okay. Sean saying yes. Is that the same Sean? That's how my dad passed. His heart all the way out. Hold on, Megan. Charisse. And is it Sean, Michelle, and then Charisse? Or where am I at here? There's too many people talking. Charisse, is that the Sean that you're talking about that replied with the word yes? I'm melting. I need water. Wow. Sean is my cousin. Okay. Charisse, she's here. I am so lost. Okay, so Sean is your cousin. She's here, but is that Sean Michelle? No worries, because she just responded yes if that's the case. So I'm going to do this really quick, because I want to make sure I get to everybody's card readings, and I'm trying to stick with certain things. This gentleman here, heart just stopped, almost as if it was like, you know when they have like I don't know what it's called, the Widowmaker type thing, the Widowmaker. Charisse, you know, Sean Michelle's here and her phone wasn't working. Okay, so Charisse, it's like the Widowmaker situation. It just stops. You know, it's just done. Like something just goes sideways and you're done. There's almost like no warning that it's going to happen. There's no nothing. It just happens. Almost like somebody's sleeping in the bed, and I'm just giving you an example. Please do not take me literally. Sleeping in the bed, and then all of a sudden somebody comes in and they've passed away. That's kind of the energy I get behind this. And there's, I don't know if it's him, but there's also somebody in their 60s that are connected to this. So I don't know if it's another person over there or if that is that person's age. Because I wasn't, just know that Sean's father is perfectly fine on the other side. Perfectly fine. I've not walked into somebody who is not yet. Sharice is saying yes. Oh my God. So, just know safe and at peace on the other side. Okay. That's what I kind of figured. I just wanted to make sure, because I'm not 100% sure, obviously, because I'm not fully opened up for any of the mediumship. So he's in his 60s. That's all it feels like. It just feels like natural causes. He died. And it's unfortunate. And I am very sorry for Sean's loss. Well, if you're cousins, it's probably your uncle. So I am so sorry. Where does the name John or almost said Walter. Where does the name John come in any of this? For Sharice. I almost said Joe. Where does the name John come in, Sharice? You're quite welcome. There's also a Jason name, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so yeah, I'm not sure either. I might have moved on because you were saying thank you, and I was trying to, I don't know where John or Jason is. I got two names that are tied to each other. Stepdad, but he's alive. So your stepdad is John. I can actually take that. It doesn't have to be departed. It's just they're referring to the name John. Jason is my brother, but he's alive. Okay, all he's doing is, okay, let me clarify. All Sean's father is doing is giving me validations that is him by saying the name of John and Jason, which you are directly connected with. So just know, I was wondering about that, Edwina. Just know that it's a validation for you that yes, he is safe and at peace on the other side. That really is him, and that is really how he passed. He's validating things from me to give to you. Okay, I'm no doctor. Don't pretend to be one. I'm just giving you the energy behind what he's giving me. Okay, I'm going to leave you with his love, and I'm going to move on to Edwina. After this, will this be posted after the live if you get to me? You know what, Heather? Yes, it will, because this will disappear for after 30 days, but I'm downloading it and re-uploading it. This is where Megan gets confused. So I got to remember to do this. Man, I'm not used to putting a tip jar in there. So as a reminder, if anybody benefits from anything or feels the urge to, I do have a tip jar in there now as a request of 7 years of people requesting me doing that. I finally did it. So it's out there just in case. If not, no worries, no big deal. I get it. So I just have to remember to say it. That's terrible, right? Okay. Let's see. So yes, Heather, I have to re-upload it. And Megan, that's where you're going to get confused again. When I re-upload, I'm trying to put at the top saying this is a video, not a live. So, because everybody, not just Megan, I'm not trying to call Megan out. There's a lot of people who comment asking for a card, and I'm not even on. They just see me up there and they don't read the title at the top, because sometimes people actually get excited to get readings. I love it. Okay. Edwina, you're next. I know you're still here because you were just talking. And you were talking about a Joe, huh? Because we had, okay, so we also had the finger thing. The whole missing part of the finger. Is it the ring, like the fourth finger? Because he keeps doing this to me with the, it's like, I feel like I'm getting flipped off, but I'm not getting flipped off. Oi. I know, Whoopi. Mommy knows. I'm getting stared down by the dog. All right, Edwina. So you said somebody was... Why do I see it? Edwina, why do I see a tractor trailer? When you said Joe, I saw a tractor trailer, and I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Just dropping in to throw some love. Thank you, Tracy. Shadows, oh, and this human, thank you. Shadows, give me the look, the stare down. All right. Edwina, I'm just curious. Why would I see a tractor? A tractor. I don't think it's a trailer. I think it's a tractor. Just a tractor. When you said the name Joe, that's what I saw. That's not like the normal. That doesn't. I don't understand it. It's like almost like a caterpillar tractor thing. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. Why am I seeing that? I know you're on here somewhere. Okay. Well, I pulled the card for you, Edwina, because I'm not hearing back from you. So, this is another 8. These 8s are coming around today. So I got the strength card for you, right? And sometimes when we feel strength, it's always a good thing. We want to feel strength. We don't want to feel too much because then we get rage. But it's the strength card. This is somebody here. So if you look at her, you know, and often I will say somebody who doesn't want to face their strength. Somebody wants to hide behind the shadows. But with this particular card, for some reason, it's almost like, oh, your son drives a tractor, Tara. Wonder if why he was... Oh, my goodness. That's so interesting, Edwina. I get entertained with this, too, you know. I'm always surprised by when Spirit talks to me and they give me information and I'm just like... I mean, one time I was talking about alligators and people had alligators. And I'm never going to forget about that. Spirit always surprises me. Okay, so Edwina... This particular card here, if you look at it, she's not afraid of her own strength. She takes pride in her strength. So she's ready to keep moving on. Like she's, you know, I got this done, let me move forward. I got this done, let me move forward. I got this done, let me move forward. And even when things like seem really, really, really crappy, it's almost like you sit down for a minute and then you get back up and you say, I got shiznit to do. And you keep going forward. And that's that. You take that strength, you gather everything up, you muster everything up, and you put on your superwoman stuff, and you just keep going and going and going and going and going. And it's part of who you are also. This is somebody who knows their strength, understands their strength, has no fear in demonstrating their strength. And when it comes with strength, it's more than just like muscles, right? It's about your character. It's about your drive, your passion, your ability to pick yourself up and move forward, even when you really don't want to. And you put a lot of people above yourself. Does that make sense? But you're on a mission. There you go. You and your strength. Oh, you know, just I always see your husband post, and it's usually got a lion in there. I just realized that. You and your lion. Oh my God. You can't make this stuff up, Edwina. You can't make this. Your husband always posts with a lion in there. I always see his... Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that card, Edwina. Hopefully you can take something from it. And I'm moving to Angel. Is Angel still with us here today? Or with the group, with the clan? Oh, he's drinking. Angel, are you still here? Going once? No, just kidding, because it takes a minute. So what I'm going to say to you, Edwina, that brother-in-law watches, I have to say, is watching over your son. Because brother-in-law, son, wait a minute. Who's after Angel? Somebody named Christina. I don't see Angel on here. Oh, there you are. Yay, team. Okay. There's my water thing. Oh, thank you so much, Edwina. Much appreciated. And just know, again, I don't know if you heard it or not because I was talking. That would just mean your brother-in-law is watching over your son because he brought up the tractor trailer. You know, just because what they do is they align with something you can identify with to call out the person. Crazy enough, I don't even know your son's name. I'm terrible. I'm terrible. Okay, so Angel, I'm not a name person when it comes to the living. All right, Angel. So, Angel, I have two different decks. Actually, several decks here, okay? And this particular deck is backwards and forwards. Okay, you got the front and the back. But when I pulled the card, I pulled the back. And this is somebody who's been trying to heal their emotional wounds, their emotional trauma, even if it's your own thoughts that you're arguing with, whether you're struggling with, whatever's going on internally, you're still doing a great job at trying to heal those wounds. But it's something you're going to be working on throughout this year, is really progressing to a point that you're not carrying those wounds with you the same way you have been for quite some time. See that there? See the heart? Well, you're not going to pull the swords out, because what happens when you pull swords out of, something that bleeds, right? It's not a good idea. So you've kept them there, right? So you have the memory of everything, so you don't repeat certain patterns. But you also want to heal from it. You want to heal the wound. And so the card in the front, when you look at it, somebody who's protecting himself, shielding himself. So you've learned to adapt, to protect your feelings, even with yourself. I know that sounds crazy. So this is for you, Angel. Somebody who is progressing strongly in this year. I keep seeing September for you, Angel. September is a big month for you. I don't know if it's a birthday month or a departure month, but there's something big in this month that's like a big signifier, where that's the only month I can see when I'm talking to you. So I don't know how it pertains to this, because it just feels like this year is going to be filled with you healing yourself, working on self-care, working on understanding your boundaries, working on understanding how to articulate things in a way that doesn't agitate yourself or agitate others. It's really a growth year. I'm loving this year. See, you are trying, okay? So that's what this year's about. Enjoy it. Go through it. Run through those motions of life. Develop and grow. Set those boundaries. Expand, and then go forward. You're doing great. Don't worry about it. Don't criticize yourself over it. It's life happens, and we have to. Oh, your youngest son's birthday. Okay, that makes sense. It feels like a big month. Is your youngest son, was he like I don't want to say a miracle child, but like a wasn't supposed to be here kind of thing? Because it seems like a bigger month than normal. Than a normal birthday. Like you never thought you would have him kind of thing. Who's got Eric on here? I just heard Eric. Who's got the Eric? Could be living or departed. I just heard Eric. Yeah, Eric. All right, Angel. Since I'm not seeing anything, I'm going to be moving on to Christina. Miss Christina. You ready for me? You've been waiting. Yep, I was gonna say, because it's almost like the miracle baby, but it wasn't supposed to happen like in your eyes, and then it did. Like ta-da! So that makes perfect sense. And so you've got a grandmother on the other side, and a looks like a grand aunt that was trying to make sure that you got that soul. So you've been really watched over. All right, Christina, your turn. You know what's interesting, Christina? You actually have a good card. You're sitting back right now, aren't you? Like you're just sitting back and trying to, I don't know why I pulled from this deck for you also, but you're trying to observe and see what's going on. Like you're trying to take a back seat to watch. Okay, how do I make my move? How do I move forward? And you're also holding onto your money as tightly as possible, saying, you know, what am I going to spend that on? That's important enough for me to spend it. I like this, like that, but I just don't feel like it. But it feels like that you are taking command over your life now. You're sitting back. You're not being reactive. You're being proactive. Your grandmother's been with you always. Perfect. Thank you so much, Angel. Well, she also helped your child. Okay. So, Christina, you still with me? This particular card, look at you. If you look at the card, she's sitting back. She's not in a rush. She's not. This year is going to be sitting back, observing, figuring things out from a bird's eye view. It actually has a bird on it. From a bird's eye view. You're going to be keeping an eye on your money. You're going to be keeping an eye on your strategy in life. That's what you're going to be, the planning stages. Planning. So you're quite welcome, Angel. Oh, thank you. So you're going to be in the planning stages of everything, Christina. Like literally in the planning stages. So sit back, look at, observe, create your strategy, and then go for it. If you're still there, hopefully that makes sense. Money is going to be a focus point for you in this. Hope this is. It looks like it's going to be at least the start for you. Absolutely, November, December, somewhere in there. And I know that seems like it's a far, far away, but all your planning and your strategy and stuff, that's when it starts really coming into fruition. Like it's really coming into play. Also, the other thing I want to bring up with you, Christina. Tying yourself to nature. And I don't mean in a way of actual rope. I mean embracing more nature for you is going to be very, very helpful. Very, very. Girl, I got to get to the next people. I got to get to the next people. So I'm going to kind of leave you with that. And I need to go over to Scott. Christina, I can put you over on the waiting list, but I don't think I'm getting it. Too many on here. I'm trying to watch the time. Shadow did get up a minute ago, but he's laying back down, so I'm not in a super hurry yet. All right, Scott, you still with me? Why am I seeing arthritis, Scott? Yeah, my hands are tight. Very, very tight, Scott. Almost like I'm running into, like, hard to open, close. You're quite welcome. Oh, thank you, Christina. Hopefully you message me soon. Is Scott still here, everybody? I'm getting hands. Like, my hands are really tight all of a sudden. Hey, hi, Scott. Okay. So, I'm going to have to ask you a question about your hands. I'm getting really tight hands. I feel like my hands are a little fatter than necessary, even though they may not be fat, they just feel that way, where it's opening, closing with that strange tightness, where it's not, your hands aren't as flexible as they should be. It's just a weird sensation, so I'm not sure what it is. It could be part of the wrist issue, but it just feels like it's, and I'm not a doctor, don't play one on TV. I have to put that out there. I want a friendly reminder the tip jar is out there. I gotta program my brain. I'm so not used to that stuff. Let's see here. Okay, perfect. Yeah, there's exercises to be doing with your hands to help release that. So yes, okay. There's things you can do to not prolong, but to what's the word I'm looking for? I got like 3 different words and they all belong to my dog in my head about extending something, but it slows down the progression of it. So just keep that in mind. Exercising your hand, pulling so many. You probably know all this stuff already. Work with your doctor if you have a doctor, but it just feels like hand exercises, stretching is going to be super, super important. There's also a situation, I don't know what the salt, I don't know if it's salt intake or what, but it just feels like there's a lot of, oh, something's in the back of my, so I am being touched in the back of my rib. I don't know if that is a lung or a rib issue, because it could be ribs, it's ribs. It's literally in a rib, like in between the ribs. So it could be lung, could be rib. There is something where it would be irritating you, like getting your attention a little bit. So a little bit of stretching. I don't know what it is. I'm not a doctor, but it's just a little bit of stretching with your whole body, getting yourself more flexible. It's going to be very helpful with moving forward and keeping things going. Why am I looking at this deck? All right, let's see what we got here. Now, I do want to ask you this question because I got a Four of Pentacles for you, and it feels like you're just trying to bring in as much money as possible, bring in as much work as possible, and you're pulling in the financial aspect of it. So you're trying to hold on to things. And that's actually a very good thing, the way it comes across. It just comes across that you're just trying to do your best. You feel like it feels like you're doing a lot of it on your own, but it feels like that you're working hard at doing what you got to do. They're not sending me down another path. Oh, I was bringing up the name earlier. Now I know, this is before you came on. You'll see it in the beginning. Because I was bringing up a particular name that you're familiar with, Scott, or at least a version of that name. It's in the beginning of my video. You want to look at it? But that individual was trying to make a statement piece. Let's see here. But yeah, I don't know if that connects with you, but I have that weird funky feeling back here. I don't know. Again, not a doctor. Don't play one on TV. Don't want to get accused of it either. Yeah, but it's like you're trying to hold on to it. Yeah, makes sense. Now, the month of June, very significant for you. It feels like things are going to start to stabilize in June for you. It doesn't mean everything's going to be fixed. It just means the stabilization process comes into place. It's going to be more balanced. You're going to be more less up and down. Why am I seeing the police department? That is so bizarre. Scott, you have any? No. Do you have any connection with this police department? Like somebody who's departed or something? I don't know why I see the police department. I actually see the department. Men in blue. Department. That's so weird. And I don't know if there's a connection with like Bonanza, Washington, Main Street. That is, I don't even know what I'm saying. I feel like I'm watching a movie in my head while I'm trying to talk. And this has taken a while, so that or I just talk fast. So it's going to start balancing out for you in June. That's where you start getting some of your footing in. Things are going to start changing for you. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that, Scott. This thing is super slow. I do apologize. You guys might see it faster than I do. Okay, so I'm going to try to get to the last few people that are on the waiting list. I got a Heather, if Heather is still here. And it might go faster because they may not still be here. I feel like I'm just stuck. Oh, okay. That I could take that, safety cops. I could take that because I didn't know where I was going with it. I rarely see an actual, like, they're trying to get me on the police in general. So cops, police, okay, I get it. I was like, what am I seeing? this for? Okay. Thank you so much for that, Scott. And I'm going to leave you with that. June's going to start feeling a little bit better. You're going to have a little bit, you're going to be able to breathe a little bit better in regards to your situation. It's not perfect by any means, but it's going to have a little bit of stabilization. Megan, you're still here. Hello, Megan. Heather, where's Heather? Heather's not here? Attention all Heather shoppers. Did I lose Heather? All right. Wow, that seems really slow. All right. Okay, Megan. I think it's just down to you guys. Megan. Megan, are you connected? Do you have a name? Wow. A name like David or Devon or Devon? It's D-E or D-A. D-A-D. Dev or Dave? Devon? You're welcome, Scott. Devon? Devon? I don't know where I'm going with this. Miss Megan, where art thou? Wow, this is really going slow. Y'all have to find me on TikTok to do this a lot faster. I have my TikTok posted. Not a David or Davon or Devon name? Okay. It's weird. That name's popping really hard too. Who else is on here? There's Scott, Edwina, and Megan. But it says 4. I've got a Dave. My dad's name is Jay. No, that's not him. Devon, Devon, David, I can take. Starts with a D, not a J. Okay. It's weird. Somebody's on here that I don't know is on here. And if your dad's name is Jay for Jason, we're going to have a conversation, girl. Because I brought that up earlier. All right. Megan, I'm going to do your reading. Heather hasn't responded. I had a buddy named Devon, but we were super close. Okay. I can take the Devon. Not many people know what Davon or Devon. Okay. And Edwina is, and my dad's name is David. Gosh darn it. How come I didn't know his name? Did I know his name was David? I don't know if I brought up your dad's name or not. Okay, so it just might be. So, is Devon still alive is the question. Weren't. Okay. It's weird how they bring up something like that then. Who else knows somebody with that name? Like, that's not a name. So your dad's name is David, Edwina. So there's possibility that we're running into a little bit of a collision course, Edwina. Because I think, based off of what I'm getting, we got something that signifies your husband's father. Then we got something for your father. We also got a cause of passing for your father. No, he passed a little before my dad did. Thank you, Megan. That's what I thought, because I'm just like... Okay. You know, even though you weren't that close, that don't matter. I'm just going to tell you that right now. That name itself, for them to press that name on me to bring it up, is a way of bringing up a unique... So I don't know if... There's two scenarios I've had sitting with me since earlier today. I've had somebody who was somebody was shot, didn't know it was coming. I also have somebody who had an overdose. So I don't know if that fits with you, Megan, but that person who was shot has been with me, walking with me ever since I had a reading earlier today. So I don't know who's what's who. I didn't expect to talk about this because I was like tarot and psychic instead. But definitely in his 20s, that fits perfectly, to be fair. All right, and Edwina, yeah, I don't remember either. Overdosed. What did I say? Was that one of the options I literally just went blank. Shot? What was the other thing? I had two situations. Shot or, oh, I totally forgot what I said. Whoa. What did I just say? Did I also just say that between the two, I have somebody who was shot and I have somebody, I thought I said overdose, but I could be wrong. Didn't I say that? I can't remember for real. Okay, thank you. Oh my God, because I went blank. I'm just like, what did I just say? Wow. I am, so keep in mind, guys, my my stuff, not only did I not set up for all this, but also my brain has not been, you know, like the same since I've been trying to nurse this dog because he's my shadow. So it's been, so, okay. So just know, for some reason, they're trying, both those situations were sitting over here and they are not, they're like just saying hi. That's all I'm going to tell you. Just saying hi. It's not a whole lot to it. Just letting you know they're saying hi. How bizarre is that? Okay. I didn't get the name Travis, but I got the Davon or Devon. Devon or Devon. I don't know how to pronounce it. They just spelled it out in my head. Okay, so just know they're saying hey. They're just letting you know they're around. It must be because you attend these things. They're just nothing serious to talk about. Yep, hi guys. Okay. I am going, so Megan, I'm going to pull a card for you really quick, so I don't think I did. I got this card again. For you, this is going to be, you need to hold on to your money. Keep every penny you can. And there's going to be something you're going to be doing online. If you have not started it already, it's going to be something you're going to be doing online. It just reminds me of TikTok. Here I was talking about TikTok like 5 minutes ago. And it's about money making. Just having money coming in. It's a shift for you. So hold on to everything you get. Hold on to it tight. And not saying something's going to happen. Just saying hold on to it. It's going to mean something to you while you're holding on to it. It's going to be where it can grow. So just, I see a good start for this year, but a really good next year for you. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with this card, which is the Four of Pentacles. Okay, all right, Megan, Heather did not come on here. Lynn is not on here. So I believe I am done with everybody. Hopefully all the readings have been completed. If I did not do your reading, let me know, because I am done. Sounds like a great plan. I like it, right? But it feels like money's generating on the background, like, or a back end. Almost like when you see people on TikTok. You know, they're doing stuff and money's just ding, 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 ding. You're like, Megan, I don't know if you do any of this stuff, but there's also, you know what, the facial stuff? I don't know what that is, but there's, I'm so not girly. The facial esthetician kind of thing. They're and you may not like that kind of stuff, but it feels like you would have a good, you would enjoy it if you decided to do something like that, like connecting with the facials, face stuff, facials. I think it's called esthetician. I know that word. For some reason, I did a reading not too long ago, and I know what an esthetician is now. So I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. All right, so looks like I got everybody on here that has asked for a reading. Nobody has popped in there and said, hey. Just know I will be trying to come back multiple times throughout the month. We are heading towards the end of the month. I will be popping in what I call live at lunch or lunch lives. I'm going to be doing that. If you're on the East Coast, probably going to be around 3 p.m. your time. You started a new career in optical. Oh, that's good. That's fine. Still facial. It still has to do with your face. I don't know. Like, they're just touching my face. I don't know why. I just assume it's an esthetician. That's the only thing I could think of at the time when they're doing that. Optical, stay with it, girl. Just do it. Just do it. Get frustrated with it. Just still keep doing it until you got something better. Just do it. Just put your money away. Keep doing it because it's going to get better, 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 better. All right. So I do plan on coming on here more frequently as long as I can. What is name on? I am Psychic Medium Robin on there. And I should have my TikTok information on this page, but at Psychic Medium Robin. And you should see my little things I create for my background. On my background, my profile picture. At Beyond, oh, I have two of them. At Psychic Medium Robin. The at symbol Psychic Medium Robin. All straight in a row. So the more of you, the more the more followers on this page move over to TikTok, it'll be so much easier, so much, we could streamline. I can get updates as you're typing stuff. There's no delay. You're quite welcome. Thank you, Angel. I'll look forward to seeing you on my TikTok. Megan as well. If anybody I missed, I am so sorry, but we have concluded today's readings. And I will be back throughout the month as much as possible, as long as I can. I don't know for how long just yet because, you know, the current situation, I don't know when that's all going to occur. So I will talk to you guys soon. Love you all, and I will hopefully see you soon. Mwah.